Chhattisgarh is bounded by the Indian states of Uttar Pradesh and Jharkhand to the north and northeast, Odisha to the east, Telangana to the south, and Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh to the west. The topography of Chhattisgarh can be divided into many physiographic divisions. The Indo-Gangetic plain in the state is very fertile. The Satpura range, the Vindhyachal mountain range, and the Maikal range from the hilly terrain of Chhattisgarh. The Chota Nagpur Plateau is another important topographical division of Chhattisgarh. The total area of Chhattisgarh is 1,92,000 square kilometer, and the state ranks the 10th position in terms of area among other states. Chhattisgarh region lies in the area of red and yellow soils according to the All India scheme of soil classifications. Because of the topographical variations, the soil types are diverse in Chhattisgarh. The soils are usually shallow and young in the upper part of the landscape with less developed features and are usually highly eroded. Red-yellow soil, red sandy soil, red loam, clayey or black soil, laterite soil are the 5 main types of soils in the state. Chhattisgarh is gifted with the most pristine and abundant set of national resources in the country. The recorded forest area in the state is 59,772 square kilometer, which is 44.21% of its geographical area. Reserved, protected, and unclassed forests constitute 43.13%, 40.21%, and 16.65% of the total forest area, respectively. The state has 3 national parks. They are Indravati National Park in Dantewada, Kangar Valley National Park in Basta, Sanjay National Park in Korea, and 11 wildlife sanctuaries covering an area of 0.29 million hectare and 0.36 million hectare respectively. There are 4 main catchment areas in the state, mainly Mahanadi, Ganga, Godavari and Narmada. Under this, the Mahanadi Shivnath, Harpa, Indravati, Sabari, Lilagar, Hasdo, Pyari and Sondur are main rivers. The Mahanadi is the lifeline of Chhattisgarh. Except the rivers of Bastar, other major rivers like the Shivnath, Sondur and Jong become a part of the Mahanadi river. The Mahanadi and its tributaries hold 58.48% of the state's water, and the surface water is 48,296 million cubic meter. Bastar, popularly called the Kashmir of Chhattisgarh, and its neighboring district Dantewada has a large concentration of the mountains and peaks in Chhattisgarh. Dantewada features a long chain of wooded hills replete with the thick green sal and teak forests. A visit to Chhattisgarh will essentially feature trips to the Chhattisgarh's mountain and peaks. Prominent among the mountains and peaks in Chhattisgarh are Baila Dila in Dantewada, Kailash Nagar in Dantewada, Akash Nagar in Dantewada, and Gadia Mountain in Kankad. The Baila Dila mountain range in Chhattisgarh is famous worldwide for the enormous and excellent quality iron ore deposits found here. Weather in Chhattisgarh is moderate throughout the year and it has 3 seasons, namely summer, monsoon and winter. Due to the proximity of the state to the Tropic of Cancer, it experiences very hot weather in summer along with the humidity. Summers in Chhattisgarh are very hot and the level of humidity is also very high. Given its proximity to the Tropic of Cancer, summers are extremely hot with the temperatures ranging from a whopping of 45 degrees Celsius in the daytime to 35 degrees Celsius in the night. During peak summer months of April and May, the mercury rises to about 49 degrees Celsius, which makes the region extremely hot. Temperatures during the monsoon in Chhattisgarh range from 32 degrees Celsius in the daytime to 28 degrees Celsius in the night. making the region so much cooler than the summers. Rainfall in Chhattisgarh is moderate and the peak months see heavy rainfall as well. The average rainfall seen every year is about 50 inches. One of the best seasons to visit Chhattisgarh is during winter that starts in the last week of October and sets in completely in November, staying until February. Temperature during winter season ranges from 22 degrees Celsius in the daytime to 12 degrees Celsius in the night. Hudud was a strong tropical cyclone that caused extensive damages and killed 21 lives in the state. The southern parts of Chhattisgarh witnessed heavy rains accompanied by gusty winds. For 3 days, due to the impact of cyclonic storm Hudud, even the state capital Raipur witnessed incessant rains. Chhattisgarh declared a drought hit in 25 districts in 2015. Again, in 2016, over 65 tehsils of the 150 in Chhattisgarh are reeling under drought-like situation following scanty rainfall. The vegetation of Chhattisgarh includes the vast stretch of forests. About 44% of the total area of Chhattisgarh is covered by forest. The trees that are mostly found in the state are sal, bamboo, teak, and trees of mixed deciduous variety. Wild fauna found here includes the tiger, leopard, bison, flying squirrels, Indian giant squirrel, chinkara, wild dogs, henna, sambar, chital, and over 150 species of birds. Even a short trek through this park easily reveals its extraordinary beauty and biodiversity. The total population of Chhattisgarh is 2.94 crores. The male population is 1.28 crores. The female population is 1.27 crores. And the transgender is 6,591. There are 991 females per 1,000 males in the state. The oldest and the most populous tribe of Chhattisgarh are the Gonds. Abujmadia, Kamar, Baiga, Biror, and Padi Kaurva are some of the important tribes found in the state. Hinduism constitutes 93.25%, Islam 2.02%, Christianity 1.92%, Buddhism 0.28%, others are 1.94%. The overall literacy rate of Chhattisgarh is 70.28% and the female literacy is 60.24%. Chhattisgarh is rich in its cultural heritage. The state has a very unique and vibrant culture. Their rhythmic folk music, dances and dramas are a treat to watch and also provide an insight into the culture of the state. Baihav songs are marriage songs and are sung during the marriage celebrations. Since marriages in Chhattisgarh, like all other Indian states, goes on for a number of days. These songs are sung on different days during the rituals. The themes of the songs are also mostly related to the marriage. Baihav songs can be mainly divided into Maimauri, Chulmati, Telimati, Pargani, Badoni, and Nadauri, etc. Swa songs are very popular in the Bilaspur and Dantewada districts. These songs accompany the Swa dance performances. This is a folk genre and is still kept alive by the rural people of this state. The Swa songs are an integral part of the festivals and celebrations in the rural parts of the state. The performances of this style of song and dance are the special attraction of the Diwali celebration in the district of Dantewada. The Swa song is one of the most popular Chhattisgarh folk songs. Representing the religious fervor of Chhattisgarh, Gauda songs are sung in praise of gods and goddesses of the region. One of the prominent folk songs of the state, Gauda songs reflect the rich cultural heritage and historical ancestry of the region. Gauda songs are sung to appease Lord Shiva and his divine consort goddess Durga, an important form of the devotional folk songs of the region. Gowda songs represent the rich artistic caliber and creative imagination of the singers. This percussion instrument is a hollow trapezoidal shaped wooden block. It is hung around the neck of a person playing it and is struck with two wooden sticks to create a unique sound. Mandar. This is a small sized drum that resembles a dolak. It has a hollow wooden body and wound with leather strips from end to end. The two sides used to create the sound are made using specially chose animal hide. It is tied around the waist and struck either with the bare hands or using very thin wooden sticks to create the sound. Gaha Baja. This is another percussion instrument with a resemblance to the tabla. It has a hollow wooden body with a wide playing surface formed with leather. It is used either individually by hanging on the neck of the player during the celebration or used in pairs at temples and religious gatherings. Sticks are used for generating the sound here as well. Tal. Saila dance. The dance form from Chhattisgarh is performed by young men after the reaping season. The stick move includes the young men who move in different styles as they strike their stick against the stick of the individual remaining by them. The individuals who take an interest in the move are given paddy by the townspeople as an indication of appreciation. Karma dance, typically performed by tribal groups like Gons, the Baigas and Orans in Chhattisgarh. This dance form denotes the finish of the stormy seasons and coming of spring. Jendi dance. Of all the dance forms, this one is unadulterated enjoyment. The artists are mounted on two long bamboo or simply any firm sticks and move through the horde of other Jendi-ridden artists, pounding on the ground, keeping up the phenomenal equalization as the influence to the innate acoustics and percussions. This is one astonishing people move which has figured out how to keep its custom alive. Panthi dance. Panthi dance is one of the most significant types of folk dance right now. A noticeable custom of the Satnami people group of Chhattisgarh. The people group commends the birth commemoration of Guru Gasya Das of Mahi Purnima. The rich social legacy and customary inheritances of the inborn gatherings of the Durg area is unmistakably portrayed through this dance form. The move consolidates an assortment of steps and designs and as a rule means the lessons of adages of their sacred instructor. Bastard Dashera. It is believed to have been initiated by Maharaj Purushottam Dio, the fourth Kakatiya leader in the 15th century. The tribes observed the Dashera as a congregation of Devi Maholi, supposed to be the elder sister of Devi Danteshwari, the goddess of the Kakatiya clan, along with all her sisters. Fagun Vadai. This commences 7 or 8 days before Holi and ends a few days after it. The major attractions being the idols and the dances entered around different folk and tribal tales. Madai Festival. It is celebrated by the tribal communities of Bastar, Kankir and Dentwada from December to March every year. The ceremony is celebrated in a large compound which belongs with the procession of the local deities, followed by the rituals, food and cultural extravaganza. Champaran Mela. Commemorating the birth of Mahaprabhu Vallabhacharya, this fair highlights the splendid cultural heritage of the area and basically witness a large gathering of the Vaishnavas from every nook and corner of India. It is generally held in the month of January and February in a small town located 10 kilometers from Rajim. Amat is a delectable delicacy of the state is prepared with the mixed vegetables which is cooked along with the ginger, garlic paste and various spices to enhance the flavor of dish. Traditionally, the dish is prepared in the bamboo shoots. The bamboo keeps the flavor of the ingredients intact and also adds the unique aroma to the dish. This procedure of cooking amat is still prevalent in the remote areas of Bastar, although the dish is prepared with the modern equipments in the urban areas. This is a specialty of Chhattisgarh. What we all enjoy eating in all the parts of India is a gift from the Chhattisgarh region. Chilla is a flat chapati-like dish which is prepared with the rice batter mixed with the urad dal. The dish is very easy to cook and is very delicious in the taste. Chilla is an important part of the breakfast meal of the people of Chhattisgarh. Sabudana Khichdi. Sabudana Khichdi is one of the healthiest and most delicious dish that is not only eaten in just Chhattisgarh but all around the country. Sabudana ki khichdi is a dish prepared with the soaked sabudana balls. To add the flavor to the dish, various vegetables and spices are added that provides a delicious taste to the plate. Sabudana ki khichdi is fondly eaten during the fasts, but it accounts for an important dish for the people of Chhattisgarh. Bafori is a healthy alternative for the oily pakoras, which are every Indian favorite snack. Bafori is a famous dish of the state which is cooked in chana dal flour. Various vegetables and spices add the mouth-savoring taste to the dish. The dough is prepared in the form of balls and is steamed. The fact that it is not cooked in oil makes it extremely healthy to eat. Dabki Kadi is a dish of Chhattisgarh which makes it into the lunch plates of the people of the state. Dabki Kadi is a pulse-like dish which is mainly cooked with the curd. The pakoras of gram flour are added to the dish, which is best complemented with the tangy curry of curd and spices. Apart from Dabki Kadi, there are other variants of the dish such as Arbi Kadi, Bindi Kadi, etc., which are equally mouth-watering. Despite being recently formed, the state has managed to catch the attention and interest of a wide range of travelers from the state of Chhattisgarh. Is a district known as Bastar. The Bastar Palace Museum is considered as one of the major attractions of the Bastar Palace, as it displays series of beautiful artworks, stunning paintings, relics, as well as artifacts belonging to the prehistoric period. What once served as the main visitor room for Bastar Palace was transformed into an expansive museum displaying singhasanas and paintings. The complex outline that the visitors can see on the dividers as well as on the upper parts of the palace rooms stand witness to remarkable artistic skills of the bygone era. With the several corridors and a mesmerizing garden right in the front, this picturesque palace is the perfect tourist place to visit the Jagadalpur for all the history lovers. The Bhima Kichak temple survives in a ruined form with the internal artwork and statues missing. The sanctum confirms the outlines of Shivlinga. The surviving walls have exquisitely carved ganas and numerous gavakshas with images of common man or woman. The door jambs have near life-size images of Ganga and Yamuna goddesses, a feature common to pre-7th century temples. The GSDP of Chhattisgarh for 2020-21 is projected to be Rs 3.83 crores. This is an annual income of 5% over the actual GSDP of 2019-20 and 9.4% higher than the revised estimate of GSDP for 2020 and 21. The economy of Chhattisgarh is founded primarily on mining, agriculture, energy production and manufacturing. The state has major deposits of coal, iron ore, dolomite and other minerals. About half of Chhattisgarh's land is farmland, while most of the remainder is in either under forest cover or is otherwise unsuitable for cultivation. Roughly 3/4 of the farmland is under cultivation. Often called the country's rice bowl, the central lowland plain supplies grain to hundreds of rice mills. Maize and millet dominate the highlands. Cotton and oilseeds are the important commercial crops of the region. Agriculture continues to be characterized in many areas by the use of manual methods of cultivation. Farmers in the basins have been particularly slow to adopt mechanized agriculture techniques. The education scenario in Chhattisgarh is not very remarkable as it lacks proper educational infrastructure. However, the state government has launched several programs for enhancing the academic scenario of the state. The overall growth in the literacy rate has been possible due to the persistent efforts of the state government. Chhattisgarh consists of around 6,000 private schools, 45,000 government schools, and 520 CBSE schools. And also, the state has one central university, 13 state universities, and 11 private universities. Chhattisgarh is one of the best performing states in India when it comes to public health insurance. The state scheme called Mukhya Mantri Swasthi Bima Yojana widens the coverage net and also raises the amount limit. MSBY was the first scheme anywhere in India to provide universal health coverage. There are 792 primary healthcare centers, 179 community healthcare centers, 4,741 sub-health centers and 28 district hospitals in the state. The state has developed a lot in the field of roadways, railways and airports. Chhattisgarh is in the central part of the country, which is well connected by all-weather roads and comprises 12 national highways. These highways constitute 2,289 km of roads in the region, while the state highways account for 5,240 km. The state has a strong railway network and falls under the jurisdiction of the Southeast Central Railways. The two major railway stations in the state are Raipur and Bilaspur. The highest freight loading capacity in India is recorded in Chhattisgarh, and around 1/6 of the revenue of Indian Railway comes from the state. The state government has also planned to construct about 300 km of rail network in the region. Two airports in Chhattisgarh, namely Bilaspur and Raipur, belong to Airport Authority of India. Raipur Airport, which is the Swami Vivekananda International Airport, has already been upgraded to international standards with the integrated terminal buildings, which operates international flights, while Raigad Airport, Jagadalpur Airport in Chhattisgarh does the domestic operations. There are also 8 airstrips in the city of Bhilai and Bilaspur. The key political players in Chhattisgarh state and central India are the ruling Indian National Congress, the Bharatiya Janata Party, Janata Congress Chhattisgarh and Bahujan Samaj Party. The current Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh is Mr. Bhupesh Baghel. Bhupesh Baghel started his political career from the Indian Youth Congress and became member of All India Congress Committee. He was also the General Secretary and Program Coordinator of Pradesh Congress Committee. He was elected to Madhya Pradesh Legislative Assembly in 1993 for the first time from Patan and was later elected 5 times from the same seat. He is the 5th Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh. His party name is Indian National Congress. They won 68 seats out of 90. The opposition party is BJP. The next state election will be 2023. The leader of opposition is Dharamkal Kushik from BJP. And the leader of the party is... Some of the famous leaders of Chhattisgarh are Dada Dharmadhikari, B.S. Munje, Ajit Jogi, Praveer Chandra Bonj Jio. Some of the famous personalities who contributed in other domains include Yogeshwar Raj Singh, a business tycoon, Tijan Bai, artist, Anurag Basu, film director, Govindram Nirmal Kumar, an actor, Chandrasekhar Shankar Dharmadhikari, Indian judge, Atanu Kumar Pati, Indian biologist, and Surendra Dubey, poet and writer. Vishnudev Sai. 1600, Chalukya dynasty established its rule by the first Chalukya ruler Amdev. 1741, the Marathas attacked Chhattisgarh and destroyed the higher power. 1774, Helba rebellion started in and continued till 1779. 1818, Chhattisgarh came under some sort of British control for the first time. 1825, Paralkot rebellions protest against foreign rules by Abjumariyas started. 1857, the first war of independence was spearheaded in Chhattisgarh by Veer Narayan Singh, who was a benevolent Jamindar of Sonakan. 1998, the BJP-led union government drafted a bill for the creation of separate state of Chhattisgarh from 16 districts of Madhya Pradesh. And 2000, the state of Chhattisgarh is formed with Raipur as its capital. When it comes to the topmost tourist attractions in Chhattisgarh, Chitrakote Falls inevitably finds its way to the top. This waterfall is located around 50 km away from Jagadalpur of Bastar district, also known as the mini Niagara Fall of India. This horse-shaped waterfall makes it descended from a height of almost 100 feet. Making its way through dense vegetation and cascades, it creates a spectacular sight. The roar of the waterfall reverberates through the surrounding areas, while the mist lingering at the base lends it an artistic view. Chitrakote Falls are formed by the water of the river Indravati, which flows from the Vindhya mountain range. The best time to visit the waterfall is during the monsoon season between the months of July and October. Barnavapra Wildlife Sanctuary. Located around 100 km from Raipur and 45 km from Maharashtra city, Barnavapra Wildlife Sanctuary is one of the famous tourist attractions in Chhattisgarh. Its landscape mostly consists of flat terrain dotted with occasional low and high hillocks. You should visit the sanctuary to catch a glimpse of the fearless Indian bison, also known as gaur. The sanctuary also houses other attractions including nilgai, wild boar, sambar, and cheetal. The park also boasts around 150 species of birds. Bormadhya Temple. At first sight, Bormadhya Temple bears a striking resemblance to the Sun Temple in Konark or the Khajuraho's Temple in Madhya Pradesh. The temple is also known as Khajuraho of Chhattisgarh. It is believed that the temple was built somewhere around 7th to 11th century by King Ramachandra of Nag dynasty. The temple is constructed in the Naga style of architecture and dedicated to Lord Shiva. After seeking blessings at the temple, you should check out the magnificent views of the surroundings that the temple offers. Threadgut Falls is one of the most visited places in Chhattisgarh. The beauty of these falls lies in the way of they split into multiple falls as they descended from the height of almost 300 feet, thus creating a spectacular sight. The waterfall is surrounded by lush green forest, while a small temple is located beside the falls. Implementation of Kanhar irrigation scheme in the state of Chhattisgarh. Setting up of 1600 megawatt coal-based power unit in Raigad district of Chhattisgarh. Implementation of Mohar reservoir with a capacity of 33.6 cbm in Balod district. Kitania port project. The port could offer an outlet to landlocked states such as Jharkhand, Chattisgarh and Bihar. Development of 3600 megawatt coal-based thermal power project at Nariyara, Chhattisgarh. Implementation of East Rail Corridor from Karasia to Dharmjaigarh in Raigad district. And that's it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed and learnt a lot from it. I'll see you with another incredible state of India in the next. And don't forget to subscribe our channel and share it with your friends.